couple more chapters and add some footnotes. But yeah, you're gonna have some fun with this one. You
Absolutely. We
yeah.
live now, by the way. I went live at 6:30. Just
Okay.
yeah.
True
No, we
peace,
gotta
everyone.
absolutely. Yeah. So we just waiting on for the other kids to get in. But yeah, I
Hmm.
can't wait to get
Hmm.
get the
The
book and then break it down and stuff
the
like that. We're
the
gonna get
fruits.
you know,
Hmm. Yes. Yes. Did you receive
the
the
emails. Yeah.
pictures?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
was loving it. I love the imagery, man.
Yeah. That's coming from the book.
Nice, nice, nice.
True peace talk.
True
Yeah,
peace.
Trippy go. I called Nebo, but he ain't answer.
And answer. All right. I guess he'll hop on whenever he get a opportunity to hop on. But I'm gonna get the show started so we can get ourselves lined up. All right. True peace, all kins and friends. I am your host this evening, A-Noot Bununupu. I am a member of the African race, also known as the Ethiopian race. I am also a proud representative of Noon and Nupu, brought to us by our great and noble messenger, Afro Ununupu. And I will allow the great noble kins to introduce themselves as well.
True peace, everyone across the globe. This is Nukaru Nupu, Nunibu assembler and reformer and student learning Noon science. And we are here to come together, read, study, dissect, and help push the forces of our ancestors and Nupu back up towards the top. So that's our my contribution in essence. True peace.
Yes. True peace, friends and friends. Nebus, he should be coming in shortly. He's just said he's seen the link.
Okay.
Um, we are working into the next book, which I think we'll be finished in under 2 weeks. Where Newt is going, I think it's very good that we get a chance to get more information about it because it's that time. It's that time. I know it's a little hard because we are on the 79th turn, so things is it's progressing slowly but surely, and we are here to help. Sound right reason, the science noon, and each other individually first, so we can be mentally strong enough to do what we need to do physically. So that time will manifest, and let's get the show on the road.
Indeed, indeed. Yes. So the kin Nebu, he'll be jumping in shortly. So I guess I'll do a quick little um intro as far as where we're at as far as the books are concerned, and hopefully he'll get into the live, and then we'll be able to fully begin from there. So we're gonna give him about 2 minutes just to get in the room. But yeah, and just give a little breakdown of what it is that we do and why. Okay, well there you go, and it wasn't even 2 minutes. It wasn't even 2 minutes. True peace, true peace. Yeah, I said I'm gonna give you about 2 minutes to get things rolling, but as soon as I said give him 2 minutes, it turned into 2 seconds. But yeah, we all did our intro already, so we waiting for you to do the grand intro.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Let's see. True peace, kids and friends. I'm Nibu Re Uno Nupu. It just shows how nature works because I just got in the house.
Mm,
Yeah, but yeah, true peace. Now, this I know will be even more of a banger because we are now in book three.
Mm-hmm.
And just hold on to your seats and your hats and
Mhm.
get that thinking cap on, get that information, and enjoy the ride. True peace.
Indeed, indeed. Yes. I'm not sure what happened to Tar. It might have lost reception or something. But he did give his intro, and but so we'll get the party started. But yes, we are going in now to book three, which happens to be the third installment of the nine-ball booklets that Afro Unu and his other two kins, Gipu and Sipu, they're the ones that helped to assemble the books, as well as help Afro Unu to write the books. So they also, Shari, they also should have and get credit for the work that they've done as well for the liberation of an entire race and humanity in general. So it is a pleasure to be a part of this journey, just to go back through the books and do them from beginning all the way to end. So the goal is to read all the books of the Nature of Nature series, which happens to be the BIAE, the non-ball interpretations 1 through 4, the Moonset and Sunrise, the introduction booklet, the introduction to the nature book 1, 2, and 3. So those are 11 books, and we are now on the fifth book now, okay, which happens to be non-ball book 3. So I'm excited to get this journey started again, and to peruse through this book. And it's absolutely going to be a powerful presentation today, because we're going to be introduced to the SMAT circle of order. Okay, so the SMAT circle of order is being introduced to us in book 3, and will also be introduced to the nasty 3 ether forces, and will also be introduced to the number 3. But please don't confuse the number 3 with 3 ether, because the number 3, yes, is a powerful number as well, but is not to be confused with 3 ether, because the number 3 is also a powerful number, which we will learn as well. Okay, so I won't waste any more time running my mouth. We will get to the proceedings this evening. And of course, I love going to the original books to get the first reading going. But of course, I can't read the entire thing from the book, because we're gonna go and do an in-depth breakdown using the artificial intelligence to our positive advantage, because we don't get the positive advantage of the technology that we see today. All right. And we see today a change from what we had before to what we have now. I just need a little confirmation from the Kens that they see the cover on their end.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
great. Thank you. Thank you. So this symbol, right, that we saw in book 2, remember it had the T in it. Now the
Mhm.
T has been removed, which happens to be a revolution of the symbol itself, because this symbol is going to be the permanent symbol of what we use going forward. So back in 1971, when they published these books, this is when the symbol first came to the world. This symbol came in 1971, which happens to be a 9 year. Okay. And this is the 9 ball, which happens to be the Noop ball. And eventually you will see it with the color, if you've never saw this symbol before. Okay. And it'll have the colors red, green, blue, black, and gray. Okay, red, green, blue, black, and gray. And that's all I will say for now. There are no books called Behind the Nine Ball. The books that are authorized by Afro Unu are called The Nine Ball. Okay, and this is our symbol. If you don't see this symbol within our book, then it is not an authorized book, because all the books have this symbol except the Bible interpretations and explanations. Okay. All right. The nine ball. This is count three. The nine ball count three. This is liberation information. Once again, published by those who care. Right. Written by Wunupu, Asunupu, and Nabanupu, which happens to be Afro Unu, Gipu, and Sipu, printed in the United States of America, dedicated to Ethiopian liberation, New York, published in 1971, which happens to be a 9 year. Okay, so in this volume, as it says, Introduction to Three, page 4, Mind and Sex, starting on page 10, Nine Equality on 17, Welfare and Unemployment. Huh, what a time for that. Page 33, Integration and Miscegenation 29. I've always told Tar that these booklets are for this day and time, right now, right? And it just so happened that right now on November 1st, right? So right now, today's what, October 29th, 2025. On November 1st, 2025, they will be stripping millions of Americans of their welfare and their what they call SNAP benefits. And as we speak at this present day and time, at this very moment, there's thousands of people that just lost their jobs from Target, Walmart. I've seen a couple of other places where a lot of people are being laid off. So
Inside
by
government.
yeah, inside of the government. Remember they cut down the government when Elon Musk got in there with the Doge team and was cutting and splitting and busting heads open. That happened. As a matter of fact, the government is shut down right now. Nobody's getting paid that work for the government. There's a whole big there's a
Mm.
whole big situation going on where there's a big situation going on where not the TSA, sorry, the air traffic controllers. The air traffic controllers,
Heated.
they huh? I didn't hear you.
They're heated.
Right. The air traffic
Mm-hmm.
controllers they uh they're on leave, or they're not going to work at all. So this is a issue that's taking place right now. Okay, so with that being said, we're gonna proceed, because I always say these books are for right now. All
I
right,
saw.
so I'll go ahead. Listen, I'm listening before we start.
Yeah. Hey yo,
Someone.
Ken. I saw some earlier today. They they taking out they taking out 22,000 UPS companies.
There you go.
I mean
UPS. I saw that.
locations. They closing 22,000. Yeah, UPS. Yeah.
Right.
I'm
And
like,
what
darn.
we also today, what I seen in on social media is now they're rolling out these robots. There's a robot coming out. The funny name for the robot is called Neo. The name of the robot is called Neo, and I think it's about $20,000 or $500 a month. And this robot's supposed to help you clean your house and stuff like that. But I know Elon Musk got his robot situation going on as well. And then we also saw on the West Coast with the longshoremen's, they have a whole automated robot situation going on there where they don't even need but maybe one or two longshoremen on deck just to operate the machines. So a lot of jobs are being taken away by machines. I mean, we saw this in Terminator, where where the machines took over the future. This ain't nothing
Yes.
but this ain't nothing but the Terminator happening in present day. You understand what I'm saying? Of course, it's imagery that's fabricated to make you feel like it's to the extreme extent, you know, where it's like killing and stuff like that. But yes, they are killing people's jobs, they're killing people's spirit, they're killing the economy. So it is a killing going on, but it's not the killing that you see on the screen. So the Caucasian has the ability to make things look more fascinating than they really are. But if you look at it from a perspective of symbolism, that's what they're doing. They're killing the spirit of the people, because if you don't have a job, they're killing your spirit. They're killing you economically. They're killing you in every way that you could see fit. So those movies were done on purpose. You understand what I'm saying? iRobot. Look at iRobot. The robots now end up taking control of people's lives. Now, what do you think those robots are gonna be doing? They're gonna be spying on people in their homes. You think your robot is doing an innocent job, it's going to be spying on you, making sure you ain't doing nothing that you ain't supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
This is another
Predictive
form of
programming.
exactly. This is another form of slavery that's being taken place. But it is up to us to accept, promulgate, and push nine knowledge. Nine knowledge is the only cure for what we see going on in today's world, which means that we have to get this information in our brains in order for the revolution to occur. And revolution doesn't mean a bloodbath. Revolution means to get our business in order. Once we get our business in order, then we don't have to rely on the system to feed us, because that's what's happening. I've been seeing on social media where people were talking about going into Walmart and these places and committing crime by stealing the food from Walmart. At this point, I don't care, you know, what the people do, because at the end of the day, yes, Walmart and these companies been stealing and robbing from people for years. I don't care. But at the same time, we don't want to put ourselves in a predicament where we end up getting hurt or we end up putting ourselves in jail because, you know, we want to commit crime just to feed ourselves. We want to be able to do the right things so that we can provide for our families in peace. Okay, so we have to come together on an economical front in order to make sure that we don't have to do any negative or wrongdoing to make our lives better. Okay, so if anyone else has something to say real quick before I move on, I'm gonna dive into the non-ball book 3. All right, the Kens don't have anything to say, so in the next volume, we'll be speaking about the 9 Nubian guides. B, why empires rise and fall. What the perfect time for this, right? C, origins of the universes. D, law of the opposites and information for all darker peoples. That happens to be 6 and 9 ether as far as the origin of darker peoples. Okay, so of course you all know what I do is I read the first paragraph and then I go to the chat GPT. All right, introduction to 3. Number 1, the digit 3, like all other digits, can represent many things and have many meanings. For example, 3 can represent space, matter, and time, liquids, solids, and gases, sun, moon, and earth, male, female, and neuter genders, 9 ether, 6 ether, and ghosts, etc. But where the Caucasian race is concerned, it means Father, Son, and Holy Ghost, and 333% of the perfect number 1,000. 333% of 1,000 is the Caucasian's limit of mentality for original man. It is 666, and for the Ethiopian, it is 999. Okay, so that happens to be the first paragraph in the non-ball book 3, which it happens to be a very powerful book, by the way. I would suggest you study that booklet, read it a couple of times, and allow the knowledge to permeate your mind. Okay, so what I did was I fed the entire book and a paragraph towards the chat GPT, right? So I'll show y'all a little bit of what I do when it comes to this, right? So when you copy and paste the book into the chat GPT, right? What happens is it'll give you the entire breakdown, right? So as you can see, even paragraph 54 is in here, right? So I gave it the entire breakdown, but I don't like just giving you 1 to 2 paragraphs and just a few sentences. That's not going to do anything for us. You understand? So what I end up doing, because all the pictures weren't given as well, like, nah, we got to give you the picture. So I said, I'm going to start sending you the first section in pieces. Since I can't send the pictures in the order given, it's in the order it's given, allow me to send it. Then we will break it down in noon, scientific and historical. Any other comparative information would be important, right? So that's how I do it. Then I said to it, don't respond until I say finished. Why? Because after I send it, the paragraph is going to try to break the paragraph down, but I don't want it. See, it says got it. I'll wait till you say finished. I have to send it the picture of the S.M.A.T circle. It says I see the diagram clearly. I'll stay quiet and wait for the other pieces, right? So I had to send it the next paragraph. I had to send it the other picture as well. Send the piece of the paragraph and send the other circle as well. And then I sent the rest of the introduction to 3. And then this is how we begin, just to give y'all a breakdown of how some of that process works. Also, I have to read through it. Chat is giving the proper answers that it's supposed to give, as well as to challenge it on certain things. In the first 4 paragraphs, you won't see a challenge from me, but in the other coming paragraphs, you're gonna see a challenge. So today we'll just be breaking down paragraphs 1 through 4 because I'm trying to keep it from 30 minutes to an hour. I'm pretty sure we're probably closer to 30 minutes right now, maybe at like 20 minutes. So let's begin the lesson. All right. Perfect. Let's begin the full breakdown for A, introduction to 3, with its corresponding diagrams using the 4-lane interpretive system: noon science interpretation, scientific parallels, historical and comparative context, and number 4, practical/slide notes and symbolic takeaways. Introduction to 3, paragraphs 1 through 12, but today we'll do 1 through 4. Noon science
Show your
interpretation, huh?
show
It's
your
not
show
sharing.
your screen.
It's not.
No, just
What?
showing. It's showing the Nodiac.
No, that's crazy. So my whole breakdown when I was showing y'all
I've
that ain't.
seen it.
Oh, you seen it? Okay.
I've
Oh,
seen the whole
So why?
screen. I don't know what y'all was saying,
I
but I
don't
was
know why.
now it's
I
showing
don't
them.
know
There you
why it's
go. I can
showing.
see it.
no, I mean I stopped sharing it and then I reshared it again.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, when you stop sharing it, I seem to know that. I don't know what's going on there, end, but I seen the screen the whole time.
Okay. What about
Hmm.
what
I
about
don't
you,
know
Karu?
why.
Oh, Karu must be busy
I
doing
don't know.
something. But it
It's
didn't show on
showing
your
it.
side. It's showing it now though, Nebu.
No, it's showing the Nodiac on my screen on
Still?
my end.
Yeah, I can see it.
Now it just flipped. It just flipped to the book.
Wow. Okay.
Now it's showing. Yeah, my
Oh
computer
wow.
is messed up. Yeah.
Oh Oh, I'm
Okay.
sorry, man. But
No,
yeah,
you good. You
okay.
good. It's been showing the whole time. It's just something on Nebu's side.
Okay, all right,
Yeah,
cool.
you good.
All right, cool. All right. So this is the new science interpretation. All right. The core meaning of the three cycle. The number three symbolizes the final phase of descent in the universe cycle of space, matter, time, which SMAT means space, matter, and time. That's what SMAT means, okay? So anytime you hear us speak about the SMAT circular order, we're talking about the circle, the space, matter, and time circle, because SMAT is an acronym for space, matter, and time, okay? 963 represents the decline of etheric vitality. Nine ether is full life, pure cosmic fire, and creator principle. Six ether is transitional death principle, evolutionary decay. And three is ghost or three ether ghost. Exhaustion or crystallization matter in its densest, reflective, and least energetic state. The circle of time shows this motion as counterclockwise order, the natural rotation of universal creation, and clockwise chaos, the inversion when matter degenerates. Position of three marks the bottom of the circle, the apex of descent, or the turning point between death and rebirth. When the universe reaches this degree of condensation, the nine force, spiritual magnetism, begins pulling matter back upward, initiating revolution or regeneration. The 72 numerical pattern, sum of all digits adding to 9, mirrors the 72 SMAT cycles and the 72 Tefni ticks. Well, all right. So you're gonna keep seeing this word Tefni because that's a word I created for the Zodiac, right? And it represents the seconds, right? Because there's no such thing as seconds, because seconds means secondary creation. But later on down the line, when I start introducing y'all to the Zodiac, then you're gonna see the breakdown of the Zodiac and how I constructed it and how it's supposed to be used. Because I have something special coming. I'm hoping that the person who's dealing with technology, I hope they can get it done in a efficient time, and they can get it done where everybody can download it and get it to their phone. Okay. All right. So this word Tefni is not a word that's in the nature books. It's something that I created. Okay. All right. Tefni ticks. That's why it says ticks. These ticks means like the seconds. Okay, that define the rhythm of cosmic renewal in noon science. Thus, 72 million years per universal revolution, a macrocosmic minute in. See, I don't like that word minute. Minute is a word for like the moon. Okay, in cosmic time, but we know what they mean by minute. Okay, left side of the circle 6 equals the descent of consciousness and physicalization. Right side 9 equals ascent, mental and spiritual awakening. Humanity is presently at the 3 point and end of material evolution and the beginning of mental resurrection. Nuban forces pulling us up by mind and in time. Ghost 3 is conscious death gas, the densest and coldest form of conscious matter, symbolically white because it lacks the solar heat gene and 9 fire. I want to go up real quick. Only reason why, because I want to show y'all the circle, okay? So this circle is the SMAT circle. This 9 is the top of the SMAT circle, right? This 6 is the 6 west, right? Later on you're going to see it with the arrows around it. You're going to see other different things around it, but just to give you a a visual representation, this is what it looks like. Okay? It has the 6 here, that's for 6 west, and then the 6 on this side is for 6 east, right? Right now we are at 3 south, right? And we are at this point. I don't know if you guys can see the little hand, but we are right here. A little, actually, a little past 3 south. Okay, a little past 3 south, and then the it goes counterclockwise. It goes 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then the circle comes down 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and 3 again. And what you're gonna also see, there's another circle that comes below this, and Afrunu will speak about that in a further paragraph, right? And that's this circle right here, right? 210. And then you'll see the bigger circle in the nature books. Okay. And these circles are the half sections, I mean, the 3/4 sections of 6. As you can see, this looks like a 6 right here, and this looks like a 9. The reason why these pieces are cut out from that circle is because this quadrant right here means that 6 ether is dead. It doesn't exist at that quadrant. The same way 9 ether dies in this quadrant, right? And then it's born again at the bottom of the 9, where we're at right now, which is 3 south. Okay. Just to give uh, a verbal breakdown as well as a visual breakdown. Okay. All right. So now, scientific parallels, noon concept, counterclockwise order, left hand spin, chirality, description. I felt like these descriptions were pretty good. Many living molecules, amino acids, DNA, have left-handed configurations. Clockwise, right-handed symmetry often appears in non-living crystalline systems. The metaphor mirrors life versus death spin. Y'all see that? After Unu was studying all of these things within nature, and he knew that a lot of non-living crystalline systems rotate clockwise. Okay, but many living organisms have a left-handed system, which is counterclockwise. Now it makes you think humanity, right, is majority right-handed. And the reason why is because we are in a clockwise mentality at this particular point in time. Okay, but that doesn't mean because you left-handed, it means that you automatically you just in noon. No, it just means that the natural movement and the natural mentality and the natural way things are is that it's clockwise. That's why most people on the planet is right-handed. Okay, because of this energy of clockwise and counterclockwise nature. Okay. 9, 6, and 3, thermodynamic degradation. High energy plasma 9, and molecular decay 6, and inert matter of entropy 3. This echoes the second law of thermodynamics. As you can see, noon is the science of science and the science in science. So you're going to always find noon in one way or another in all sciences, because all the sciences are combined to make noon. When we're watching other sciences, that's actually a fragmentation of what noon is. Okay. All right, moving on. 72 million year cycle, precession in galactic cycles. 72 million years approximates a galactic arm rotation fraction, can symbolize a long geophysical and magnetic reversal period, right? I'm going to also show y'all something later on down the line. Hopefully I remember, of a 36 million year cycle that the scientists just discovered not too long ago. Maybe one of the kids, preferably Tar Kindle, could pull it up, that 36 million year cycle, to show that there's a geological cycle that happens every 36 million years, which happens to be the reversal of 6 and 9 back and forth, and it happens every 36 million years. Okay. Ghost is light reflection, albedo, and photon scattering. White equals the absence of heat absorption. High reflectivity parallels no sun heat gene. Resurrection of the mind, cognitive evolution. Oh, I think he had dropped out and he's back in. Hold on, let me bring him back in real quick. All right. Yes, resurrection of the mind, cognitive evolution, and neurogenesis. Humanity's reorientation toward higher order reasoning parallels the nine pull upward, a neurocosmic metaphor for the next phase of intelligence evolution. Historical and comparative context, cosmological triads. The triadic structure, three aspects of divinity or cosmos, is universal. Kemet, Egypt, Ta, Ra, Amun, or Osiris, Isis, and Horus, creator, sustainer, manifestation. Vedic, India. Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, creation, preservation, and destruction. Christianity, Father, Son, Holy Ghost. Noon Science reclaims the triad but reassigns vitality. 9 is life, 6 is transition, and 3 is death. And that's right, because both phases of that S.M.A.T circle represent the transition either to life or to death. Okay? The circle of time. The circle cosmogram recalls Egyptian and Dogon cosmology. Time as rotation, not linear. Progression. The counterclockwise motion matches precession of the equinoxes westward, signifying cosmic order, while clockwise reversals were omens of disintegration. Egyptian reversal of Ma'at. Y'all see that? Clockwise reversals were omens of disintegration. Why do you think our clocks go clockwise in this society? It is a spell to watch a clock go clockwise. All right? Let's look up the definition of omens real quick. An omen is a phenomenon that is believed to foretell the future, often signifying the advent of change, right? It was commonly believed in ancient history and still believed by some today that omens bring divine messages from the gods. These omens include natural phenomena, for example, an eclipse, abnormal births of animals, and behavior of the sacrificial lamb on his way to the slaughter. Specialists known as diviners variously existed to interpret these omens. So omens bring people to the slaughter. Even though they make it seem like it's good, it's not good. They bring in to the slaughter. So clockwise reversals were omens of, you see that? Clockwise is a ritual of bringing people to disintegration. Okay? Egyptian reversal of Ma'at. Number 3, 72 symbolism. Kemet and Sumer alike use 72 to represent total cosmic order. 72 conspirators against Osiris and 72 disciples in biblical cosmology. 360 divided by 5 is 72. In Noon Science, 72 corresponds to the complete phase shift of the S.M.A.T, the number of complete transformations per grand eon. The trinity of conscious gas states. This extends Hermetic alchemy, spirit, soul, and body, or plasma, gas, and solid. Ghost as the cold conscious gas parallels the alchemical salt, crystallized spirit. Number 5, racialized symbolism, interpretive caution. The text uses racial allegory as cosmological metaphor. 963 as successive densities. Historically, Ethiopian hair equates to primordial humanity and Afrocentric cosmogenesis, not to be taken as biological essentialism, but symbolic of heat, light, consciousness gradients. Now, of course, the chat will always lean towards not going against its master. So every now and again, it must be checked, right? Because when Unu brings facts about our race, it likes to spin back and be like, oh, this is racially charged language. No, these are the facts, and that's what needs to be said to the people. Okay, moving on. Practical slash slide takeaway. Slide one, the circle of time and existence. Key visual. The first diagram, the circle divided into 12 sectors with 9 atop and 3 below. Core message: all existence unfolds cyclically through the S.M.A.T, which is the space, matter, time. The mantra: counterclockwise is order and clockwise is chaos. Slide 2, the descent of matter. Illustration: the half circle figures evolution sinking left, rising right. Quote: 6 pushes down and 9 pulls up. Point 3, we are at 3, end of descent, entering the mental resurrection phase. Slide 3, the threefold ether, triad, 9 ether, life, creator, and tar. 6 ether, evolutionary and raw. Ghost, death, God, in the final stage. Scientific parallels: plasma, gas, and solid, energy, matter, and inertia. Slide 4, Trinity of S.M.A.T. Concept: all space, all matter, all time equals the true Trinity. Interpretation: the spiritual replaces the religious Father, Son, and Ghost with a scientific cosmic triad. That's what needs to happen. Slide 5, 72 million year cycle. Key insight: every universal evolution, 72 million years, reflecting macro cosmic renewal. Analogy: just as our zodiac clock completes 72 Tiffany ticks per minute. Well, there we go. That's this is gonna, like I said before, this is something that's not in the nature books. This is something that me and the chat is working on, as far as me creating terms and things like that. But I'll get back to all of this at a different time when I'm teaching on the zodiac. Okay. So just as our zodiac clock completes 72 Tiffany ticks per minute, the cosmos completes 72 great breaths per eon. Summary of essence: 3 in noon science marks the densest condensation of consciousness into matter, the world of the dead, where evolution pauses, chaos peaks, and the nine force begins to pull begins its magnetic pull back to order. It is the gateway between entropy and resurrection, the moon cycle of reflection, and the scientific foundation of the spiritual trinity. All right. And then I said, oh, it said, would you like me to proceed next with section B in the same paragraph breakdown? I said, no, actually, we'll go paragraph for paragraph for the section, for the sections. Okay. And then it says, would you like me to go? No, I said we could combine 1 through 4, but um, we're going to go from paragraph 2. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Wait. I think I might have to scroll down a little bit because. Oh, no, wait. No. We were in the right place. I think for that section, 1 through 4, I think all I did was those 4 paragraphs. Okay. Um so it's gonna give a paragraph for a breakdown for 1 through 4, which actually is great because that gives us the hour that we're in right now. And after that one, we'll be done with the presentation, okay? Because then it'll go on to paragraph 5. I think the reason why I did that is because they had the 3 circles inside of the paragraph, okay? But I do need for it to break down paragraph 4 with the circle, but we'll do that in a second. All right, paragraph 1 through 4 breakdown. The digit 3 ends in 3, counterclockwise rotation, world of the dead. Original meaning. Okay, we did this, but I really wanted to break down the smallest circle. All right, give me 1 second, y'all. I'm gonna do that real quick. Once again, we're gonna do a real live um breakdown of this particular circle right here. This one right here. That small circle. Okay. So we're gonna give me 1 second. I'm gonna stop sharing. right? I'm gonna go to the nine-ball book so that we could get a nice breakdown of that small circle. Okay, there we go. All right. Actually, I could just ask the chat to give us a breakdown of paragraph 3. Give me a second. I'm gonna screen share again. Give me a second. Screen share. Understand. Boom. Y'all can see the screen, right?
Mm. That yeah, I can see it now.
Okay, great. Okay, it wants to give me two. Let's just choose this any one of them. It doesn't matter. This one popped up first, so we're gonna use that one. Okay, and any mistakes it makes, we'll just correct it. So right now it's generating an answer, and we're gonna go with that answer for now, since I don't have time to skim through it. And once it's finished, then we'll go to that. Sound like somebody outside.
You hear me?
So what? Somebody said, can we hear? Is that you, Karu?
Mhm.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm having a connection problem over here.
Oh, okay, okay,
My
okay.
computer tripping. Can you hear me now? It's more clear.
Yeah, we can hear you, but it sound like you outside.
Okay.
All right. So I think this is the paragraph. Okay, here we go. All right. Am I still sharing the screen? No, right? All right. But it sounds like some echoing in your background. I have to mute it for a second until you get right.
Yeah, I'm muted now. I'm on mute.
You are? No, you know. I just muted it. All right. Let me
Yeah,
huh? Yeah,
just
yeah, I'm gonna
clear it
clear.
up a little bit. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
All right, cool. So here we go. The reason why I wanted to do this because we needed to get the breakdown of the small circle with the one and the zero, the 2, 1, and 0. Okay. All right. So here we go. Introduction to the three. Nine-ball using the same structure as before, verbatim text, noon science interpretation, scientific parallels, historical cosmological context, and summary for teaching slides. Okay. The position of other digits around the circle are determined by 9. Because 9 being the highest digit, of course, its position must be at the top of the circle. Notice in this drawing that the digits 2 and 1 and the cipher 0 successfully reverse the rotation of the circle to a clockwise spin, which is a spin of chaos in space, matter, and time. New science interpretation. The paragraph is about cosmic polarity and motion of consciousness within space, matter, and time. SMAT. 9 at the top represents the crown of order, the supreme vibration where Hold on, somebody rejoin. Who was that? Oh, Karu. Okay, got you. Let me unmute his mic. All right, here we go. All right. Um, Nine at the top represents the crown of order, the supreme vibration where reason, mind, and magnetism align with the natural direction of the universe, counterclockwise rotation. The counterclockwise motion is symbolic of the expansion and generation of the universes. The forward revolutionary motion of cosmic intelligence. The clockwise motion, on the other hand, represents inversion and degeneration, the turning back into chaos. When digits 1, 2, 0 appear, they symbolize the forces that disrupt the natural current of time by moving against its prime polarity. All right. So 9 represents the perfection, mind order, crown of Samat, the source. Then 6 represents transition and death, pushes the circle up downward. Then 3 represents ghost and degeneration, end of evolution before return. And then 1, 2, and 0 represents primordial inversion, the triad that reverses spin, the anti-order code. In Noon cosmology, the circle turns counterclockwise when life is in ascension. The 9 force active. When the digits 1, 2, 0 dominate, the motion becomes clockwise, representing entropy, death, and what is called the ghost spin of disintegration. So this paragraph signals a cosmic warning. When consciousness falls below the 9 threshold and begins to move with the clockwise spin towards 3 and below, order collapses and chaos takes place. Universes begin to dissolve. Scientific parallels. From a scientific and physical standpoint, this can be understood through angular momentum, spin direction, and entropy. Clockwise, counterclockwise motion, order. In nature, most celestial bodies, including galaxies, stars, and planetary systems, rotate counterclockwise relative to their poles. When viewed from above the North Pole, this direction correlates to positive angular momentum and expansive entropy management, systems that distribute energy efficiently and sustain life cycles. Clockwise motion and chaos. When systems begin to spin in reverse polarity, they represent localized collapse of order. In plasma physics, reverse spin clockwise responds to the magnetic inversion, energy dissipation, and sometimes matter decay. This fits the metaphysical view that clockwise rotation equals disintegration phase of the universe. The numbers 1, 2, and 0 as physics archetypes. 1 equals the unity collapsing into singularity, pre-creative state. 2 equals polarity and duality, charge separation, and 0 equals void, chaos, return to chaos. These 3 form a trinity of pre-existence, mirroring how matter reverts to undifferentiated energy when the system loses its counterclockwise, life-sustaining spin. Historical and cosmological context. Ancient cosmologies also encode rotation and polarity. Kemet, Egypt. The term Keper, to become, depicted the solar scarab rolling the sun counterclockwise, symbolizing rebirth and generation. Exactly the 9 direction. When the sun reversed solar setting, it was the realm of the Duat, the underworld, the clockwise descent into chaos. Maya and Aztec calendrics. The wheels of time spun counterclockwise to mark cycles of creation, a reverse motion marked by the end of the world of a world age. The Vedic cosmology, the left-hand counterclockwise spiral represented the deities of creation, Brahma and Vishnu, while the right-hand clockwise spiral represented the destruction, Shiva. Modern cosmology, the chirality of amino acids and galaxies, both display handedness. Nearly all life on Earth exhibits left-handed molecular chirality, another biological echo of counterclockwise order. Thus, the paragraph can be read as a universal law. When the natural spin counterclockwise reverses, order collapses into chaos. Noon science summary, the law of rotational polarity. 9 equals counterclockwise, creation, order, expansion of mind and life. 6 is a neutral and transitional transformation, death leading to rebirth. 3 Clockwise is disintegration, chaos, and collapse into ghost realm. 9 governs revolution, building upward. 6 governs evolution, cyclic descent and return. And 3 governs devolution, the downward pull of entropy. The digits 1, 2, and 0 are not part of the living circle. They belong to the pre-formal void. And when their energy dominates consciousness, they reverse the flow of time, a metaphor for degeneration in reason, morality, and cosmic order. Teaching slash slide key points. Slide 3, paragraph 3, the law of rotation of space, matter, and time, the visual concept. Circle divided into 2 halves. Top equals counterclockwise, 9 order. Bottom is the clockwise, ghost chaos. 9 at the top, glowing gold. 3 at the bottom, shaded gray. Arrows showing reversal between directions when 1, 2, and 0 dominate. Actually, 9 is red, right? So I'm gonna have to correct that. And 3 at the bottom represents that green, right? I have to correct that. But once again, we did this on the fly. So it's going to make these mistakes. So I have to correct it. All right. Slide notes. 9 controls the position of all digits. Supreme regulator of order. Clockwise spin equals degeneration. Counterclockwise is equals the evolution back to order. When the cycle's polarity flips, the universe begins disintegration. Scientifically, entropy, magnetism, reversal, metaphysically, the loss of reason. Quote for emphasis: when 9 is no longer commands the circle, the digits rebel, motion reverses, and the light of reason dims. This is the tuning, or sorry, this is the turning of time towards chaos. Okay, and that is the end of this presentation because I wanted to make sure that we got that particular circle in order um before we move on to that. So what do the kids think about that particular presentation? Actually, before that, I don't know if Tal heard me when I said to pull up the 36 million year thing. If not, I'll bring it up for the next class. Did you hear me when I said that, Ken? Oh, he must be busy. All right. So what do y'all think about that breakdown?
True peace. It just it just basically breaks down the three energy of the
Mhm.
ghosts, and knowing knowing that the number nine is the order, is the order that separates us from the chaos.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It was good. It was good as always. I think the introduction to
Mhm.
three is important, and you brought some light, some information on the the difference between clockwise and counterclockwise, and you know,
Mhm.
understanding and equal standing that moving in a clockwise motion is a distortion and causes spells and causes confusion. Things are out of whack when we deal with this Gregorian calendar. They place you in the space. They place you in space, matter, and time. Dysfunctional. You're going the opposite way. So boom, right from the rip, from birth, you're going to experience all types of unconventional situations and ideas and situations that you were put into. So knowing this, knowing that everything has to be restored, you have to look at it from a cosmic all the way down to the macro. Everything gets flipped back. So this is very important so everyone can understand three, as we go from we went from 9 to 6 to 3, and we're going to keep regurgitating. This is not over. We're going to keep going around, but we're getting the basics down, and that's what A-Noot is doing in these presentations, and it's a beautiful thing because 15 years ago we didn't have this. We had you guys were battling. You guys went through the trenches those first. So now we get to settle down, and New Pool's here guiding us, and he's clearing away, clearing out the mockery and the all the just the craziness, man. I'm trying to keep my language clear. But peace, Ken. This was great presentation. I like that knowing that the 9 is red at the top and 3 is green at the bottom, because that simulates where the hemisphere and everything is should be sitting at properly. Um, and going, congratulations, going in real time with the GPT. So show people, hey, we're not stunting in the background, right? We're actually doing this in real time. The things that we do in the background is to correct the GPT so it doesn't, because we can save time in the live presentations. So yeah, great presentation, Ken.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Mhm.
Oh, talk. I think got dropped out. Maybe his
Yeah,
computer or
yeah.
something
Mhm.
like that.
The three and ghosts is the 3 and ghosts is important right now, because I think Neepu has seen the post too, because he had came in on the Instagram. But they're they're going back to their creators, right? In a sense, because they're
Mm-hmm.
hailing people, they're calling, saying we come back, we go back to certain areas and certain groups. So it's
Mhm.
time for us to get back to our areas and our groups, because our groups predate that, and we already know it. So yeah, definitely the time. It's revolution,
Mm-hmm.
baby.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Tar to come back. But yeah, no, you're right about that. It is what you call it. It's very imperative that people know exactly where we at and what it is that's and how nature operates, and to really
Hmm.
see the chaos for what it is, because that's what this lesson was about. This lesson was about showing people what chaos looks like, and who is the orchestrator of that chaos, who gave us a clock that goes clockwise, who
Mhm.
told us that that was the
Mhm.
way things are supposed to be, who changed all these time constraints, who told us that January is January 1st, who told us. But of
Mhm.
course the orchestrators of chaos have to switch things around, and they have to
Mhm.
change things, and that's one of the first things that I noticed when I first came into Noon. I'm like, hold on, there's a whole lot of chaos going on with our time systems and
Mhm.
stuff like that. That's what motivated me to create the Nodiac and to create a whole time system around it. So when people really see that, this is something that compelled me, Noon compelled me to create a whole time system, they're gonna be like, oh snap, this is amazing. We have a time system for ourselves. Right now I'm currently looking for, some engineers to build something for me. But of course we need the man work and the power to get that going. So if anybody's viewing this video and you're really good at computer programming or building apps or things of that nature, you can always reach out to me. I do have somebody working on something, but their time is very limited. So if you have some time that you can help work on this particular thing, you guys could always email me. You could always reach out to me on this platform, or you can reach out to me on Facebook as well, and we could connect there and get to talking as far as that's concerned. Um, I don't see Tar; he's not back yet. I'm not sure. Okay, now he's back home. All right, you back, Tar? Tar, you there? Let me see if I can unmute his mic.
It's probably a shut. Yeah, he's unmuted. He's unmuted now.
Wait,
Yeah.
no, he
Yeah.
got back mute again. Hold on. I'm trying to unmute it. Yeah, Tar, you there? Oh, he dropped out again. No, no, Nebu
Nah,
dropped.
Tar here. We
Oh,
Nebo dropped. We got interference. We got them ethers trying to cut
yeah.
lines.
Okay. Tar, you there? Okay, we can't hear you.
Yeah, his signal is dropping back and
Yeah, his signal
forth.
going back and forth. Maybe it's the Wi-Fi or something.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that retrograde is still in effect.
I see.
Hmm.
Tar, Tar, you. I know he probably saying something. Maybe you might have to use your phone, Tar, or maybe a laptop or your computer. I don't know.
Or hop out the chat and come back in. Sometimes that works.
He must have did that about 3 times, but it didn't work.
Mm.
Yeah, we're not getting. You are getting. I see his wife is saying that he can hear us, but um,
I
yeah,
was having that same issue
we
earlier.
can't hear him.
My mic
Hmm.
wasn't working. So I had to shut down and come
Give it,
back.
give it another try, Tar, and then we'll Oh, we could show this on the stream too. Hold on, let me see something. How that looks. Oh, okay, that's interesting.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that looks. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Uh,
Hmm.
interesting. Might start doing some of that.
Hmm.
And the reason why these I have red and white for for these tickers and stickers and names and stuff like that is because the non-ball actually comes in a red cover. If I was doing the BIAE, we would have been doing green because green was the color that the books came in. So when we're finished with the non-ball and we move on to the other booklet, I'm gonna do another color ticker for what we're discussing. So um okay, Tar's back again. Let's see if we can. Oh yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a Wi-Fi thing on my
But you
phone.
breaking up
I
though.
just took it off the Wi-Fi. But
Yeah,
yeah,
but you
we.
breaking up a little bit.
How about now?
Yeah, I think we can hear you. Just
Yeah,
yeah, just talk
I'm
and
choppy too.
yeah, it's a little
Yeah, it's
choppy.
choppy. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying y'all sound a little choppy too.
Nah, we
Hmm.
clear to each other. I think
You
it's
heard me?
your internet, I think it's your internet service.
Yeah, I got it off the Wi-Fi. Y'all sound choppy too.
Yeah, he's going to probably
Hmm.
it's
We
the
we don't
cellular
we
signal.
sound clear to each other. Like we all
Hmm.
sound clear to each other. It's you who doesn't sound clear.
Yeah, you have like no bars. Yeah, like a
No,
little
we
bit
can
better.
hear you. We can hear you, but it's just that we hear each other clearly. You're the one that's coming in a little choppy.
Yeah, I don't know because I'm on my phone. I got it off the Wi-Fi. I got it on hotspot.
No, no
Mm.
problem. But
Hmm.
you
So,
can give
but
your
I hear y'all
breakdown.
though.
Yeah, you can give your breakdown so we can just close it out real quick, and then probably just fix that on the back end.
Yeah, I'll just try to get to the computer next time. But I'm told you it's going to be early. I have to
But you
move
clear
around a
now.
different kind of way.
Yeah, you clear now though.
Oh,
You
okay,
clear.
yeah. From what I could make out of, I think the just the counterclockwise stuff I like the most that stood out. And then when the chat said after it hits 9 at the top, then the numbers start rebelling. I thought that was funny that it said that. I said, how the heck can numbers rebel? But it has a way that it speaks, so I was tripping off of that. But yeah, the counterclockwise and then recognizing the part with Kemet and going clockwise represented deterioration. So I thought that was cool too. I think maybe if you could press it more, what part of actually in Kemet information is that about, and is there glyphs so that represent
Mm,
clockwise? That's that. If I was, I didn't want to interrupt because you was on a roll, but I think that'd be a
Mm-hmm.
good follow up question because they kept referencing Kemet. So I'm saying, well, evidently it's something to that in the information. So yeah, all of it was good
mm.
to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, basically everybody kind of said the same thing about the clockwise and the counterclockwise
Mm-hmm.
motion and things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody got the gist of what
Mm-hmm.
the nine ball book 3 was hinting at as far as that's concerned, and that's gonna be something that's gonna be in our minds or imprinted in our minds forever. And like I was saying before, I don't know if you heard me, but I was saying that was the part of the reason that inspired me to create the Nodiac and the time system in general. Not just the Nodiac, I also created an entire time system. Pieces of what you guys saw in the presentation when I was doing that with Chat GPT. So today we did paragraph 1 through 4. Tomorrow it'll be probably 5 through 8 because it's 12 paragraphs in the first section. So tomorrow it'll be 5 through 8, and then the next ones will be 9 through 12. So thank you to everyone for coming out and viewing the episode. Introduction to 3. This is just part 1. There's 2 more parts to it, and I hope you all can make it. And may the 9 force be with you. You know,
Yes.
All right, true P.
like the Star Wars. But
Yeah, yeah.
this is Star Peace. You understand what I'm saying? So may the 9 force be with you. So anybody want to say something before we close out?
No. True peace.
9 Nature Academy coming soon.
Mhm.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and invite a friend, invite a kin, and let them know that non-knowledge is on the internet. Come through and absorb and permeate some of this knowledge. All right. True peace to all the kins and friends.
True peace.